Need to hear one of our shows again? We've got them on podcast. Go to fmmoneytalkradio.com. Scroll down to Podcast on Demand. Pick your show and it's on. Podcast on fmmoneytalkradio.com.
Are tuned into.
Your systems are offline.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Café TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
Welcome to the breakfast. And I promised you guys a new open, and Teddy's finishing up, and we're gonna still play it.
It's coming.
It don't matter what time it is.
How you doing? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Can we look Wednesday already? Wow.
It's Wednesday. The month of October is gone.
Unbelievable. But not yet. Not until we celebrate Halloween. So happy Wednesday to you.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Chenzo is.
I had a dream. That we got dressed up. Woo! And we went to different places, like what I want to do. And they stole my shoes. Does anybody know what that means?
You're afraid of being barefoot? What's
Anybody
it mean?
knows when they steal your shoes what it means?
What's it mean?
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
What's it mean? Let's look it up. What's it mean when you dream that somebody steals your shoes? Give us a call, 888-994-4995. It is a wacky, wonderful Wednesday, live at Studio A in Boca Raton.
I put my money on childhood trauma.
There you go. Pretty much sums it all
Well,
up.
how much money you got?
I don't want to talk about it.
Because if you ain't got a lot of money, I can see why.
Congratulations to you, though. You got a new job.
Woo! Vinny the Joke Man.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Vinny the Joke Man, you got no pun intended today.
You know it.
Running the board with all his fun.
We got Fuego is going to be on virtual today, 2.0.
So, like I was going to ask, you guys doing Hollywood headlines today?
I don't think so. He's not coming in.
You got to talk in your mic. You got to talk into your mic. Into your microphone. That's right.
Technical difficulties, guys, but I have to talk to back and forth with Mia about that. But I'm pretty sure she's not coming in. But we are scheduled to do it.
At some point in time.
Yeah. But we just have
TBD,
to.
to be
You know,
determined.
it's funny.
Yes.
She's going to do one show and then she ends her.
No, she's not. She's
She
gonna do.
ends her career.
I will. What is it? I will say we could do 5. But that's just me speaking.
I will guarantee you she's going to do
No,
one.
she's
And she's
not.
going to say, okay, that's it. The internship is over.
She got it.
I split the difference. I give it 3.
I give it 5.
Survey says
I give it 5.
3, 2, 1. We got exciting news though coming up today. We are going down under the covers, a covert operation to Australia.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. We're going down under who?
We're going down under to Australia this morning.
What's her name?
Her name is Alison Callan, and she is joining us. She is a life business coach on fear and failure, and all the way from Australia.
Then we'll ask the question that's always been on my mind.
Which is,
Does the toilet flush backwards?
let's ask her.
Yeah, we'll ask her.
Does it flush backwards, upside down? What's it like down under?
Yeah, so I want her to take a camera to it and show us if it goes backwards.
So you want a camera full of like a full toilet, and then have her flush the toilet.
So we can see which way it turns.
Yeah.
Listen, I got some breaking news.
Yeah.
Stephanie Donner, you want to read that?
Yeah, if someone steals your shoes in a dream, implies that someone might be sabotaging you at work.
Whoa.
Ooh, who was that?
The stolen shoes can represent loss of opportunity. However, be aware if you are the one stealing shoes, you might be taking advantage of others at work. No, they actually, Stephanie, thank you for that. They actually stole mine. And I won't say who I think is sabotaging me at work.
Just tie your shoelaces a little
I just
bit
keep
tighter.
my crazy eyes moving.
Keep your no, none of us sabotage you at work. I got to tell you that. We're all here on the same side.
The funny thing is that I wish they would. Oh my good, sit over there.
Oh, I
Oh.
forgot to tell you, Taylor's coming in today.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah,
She texted
really?
me that she had some free time today, so I said, come on in.
Taylor's here.
I told her anytime she's got free time just to come. So here she is.
And you put that mic in front of you. So you hang out here. There's something dementally wrong with you. You can move the mic.
Look, she smiles.
Hello.
AKA Smiley.
Now I wanted to ask you a real quick question. FAU played a football game last weekend,
Yes.
and they lost, big time.
Yeah.
They got brutally brutalized. Who they play against?
I don't know, to be honest.
It was
I
Marshall.
haven't been there
Was
in
it
a
Marshall?
while.
They played Marshall.
I don't know.
They went up to Marshall. Anybody know where Marshall is?
Okay.
No.
Anybody saw the movie when the players died in the plane and they had to restart that
Yeah,
whole
that
program?
was an
Whoa.
unbelievable movie.
You guys know about that?
Yep.
But did you go up with the team to film or no? Or you
No.
just did the practices?
No, I just do practices.
So are they practicing again?
I believe so, but they haven't needed me to film in a little while, so
They look like they could use your help.
Well,
Maybe.
I think we could use your help. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. Did you see end of your baseball season?
My baseball season, I am not a Dodgers fan, but congratulations to LA. They are the kings of basketball and the kings of baseball.
Have they always been in LA?
No, they used to be the Brooklyn Dodgers.
That's what I thought. So this is why my confusion.
I wasn't
comes to
alive when they were the Brooklyn Dodgers, honey.
play. Really?
My God, no, I didn't.
Why were they the Brooklyn Dodgers?
In the 40s, maybe 50s, if that.
Okay, so maybe that's why I'm a little late on my timing. On
No,
that
you're
one.
very late.
Well, my dad would always refer to them as the Brooklyn Dodgers. So to
Your
me,
dad
when
probably saw them.
so to me, they're in LA. I kind of have this disconnect. I still
No,
think
no,
they're
no,
New York.
no. The LA Dodgers and the Brooklyn Dodgers are two different worlds.
Totally.
They
different.
played at the Polo Grounds, right? Anybody know where they played? I think they played in the Polo Grounds. You know what the Polo Grounds are?
You're asking the wrong dude.
No.
You don't know the Polo Ground? You know something? I'm going to tell you. You got to learn history because the Polo Ground
I just don't
is
like
sacred
how
land.
Los Angeles is winning every championship right now
Why?
in baseball and basketball.
So what? They're not winning in football, and the Rams are not going to win the Super Bowl. That I
We'll
can
see.
assure you. I can assure
They
you.
have hype on the Rams now.
You're just worried about the Rams
Wanna
because they're going to
triple crown.
demolish the Fish this Sunday. I got money on that game, by the way. Anybody want any takers, you let me know.
And the Rams, they're in LA.
Yeah, the LA
I
Rams.
seem to miss all the LA teams.
Do you remember when the Rams were LA with Gabriel and then they went to St. Louis and they had the greatest show on turf? They had some 5 receivers
So
that
they
all
can just
ran.
move locations because.
Oh, you gotta get approved. Yeah, the Raiders, my Raiders, always been a Raider fan. They moved to Las Vegas.
See, I just don't think that's right. I think if you build a team and you build homegrown camaraderie and fans, you just don't pick up and move.
No,
It's
the
just
Indianapolis
wrong.
Colts used to be
Correct,
the
because-
Baltimore
It's just
Colts.
wrong. You just
Yeah.
don't do that to people.
They
In my
strip-
opinion, it
They
doesn't
don't
make
make any
sense.
money in the city.
No, they stripped Seattle. They stripped Seattle of their team, the Supersonics, and then they put them Oklahoma.
sucked.
No, I like the Sonics. I'm sorry.
And where
like
did they
them.
move to?
They moved to Oklahoma Thunder.
And they win.
I mean, they had the same people, so it's like.
How come they win in Oklahoma and they lose in Seattle? Because there were no fans. I wish the Knicks moved out of the Mecca. You know the Mecca of basketball?
What, Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. Are you insane? Those are fighting words.
I don't know.
Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
yeah, Madison Square.
That is a Mecca of basketball. You know, I don't want to talk about it. Wow.
It is
I wanted
Madison
to
Square.
congratulate you on the Dodgers, but you're not a Dodger
What the hell are you
fan.
congratulating me for? What's the matter with you? Are you insane?
Apparently. Apparently so. And then
Stand it,
one
Dodgers.
guy they pull out in the 8th inning, and
Coronavirus. Yes.
but
And
they
do you
let
know
him play for 8
Tucker?
innings. I mean, really?
Do you know Tucker used to be a Met? And they got rid of him because he was a rebel. And
See, how do they let you in if they're waiting for your test to come back? It should be a no until your test comes
because
back.
it was supposed to be bubbleized, like the NBA. That's why they moved it to Arlington. They didn't play in Los Angeles. All of it has been taking place in one stadium in Texas.
Then how did he get it?
They don't know. Now they well, you tell me. How do you get something allegedly?
I didn't
know?
realize they were all in a bubble.
There must be a leak in the bubble.
I did not realize they were in the bubble.
And the other thing is, they posted a picture, I think, with his wife or fiance or something, because they're trying to rule out that he had foul play.
See, again, they just don't play nicely. Teddy disappeared on us.
Teddy's
She's
working.
exporting.
She's like, "Do you know what a squeeze play is?"
So what you're doing to Teddy right now?
No, in baseball,
What?
you got a runner at third, and you bunt the ball up the first baseline. It is 99% sure that runner's going to score. And in the professionals, they don't do it because you're supposed to be a professional and hit the ball. Professionalism.
Ism.
But the Tampa Bay and the Dodgers do this, right? So I was watching one of the games, and I don't know the team that did it, and I remember in high school, that was my biggest asset, using that whole strategy.
Bunt the ball. But think of the meaning of word bunt. Like, I think of bunt cake, but yet you bunt the ball. But yet, two different words, but they sound the same.
You know,
Does it make any sense to you?
okay, we're going to move on, because obviously you're not a sports fan.
Seriously, think about it, right? Everything is like where do words come from, the origin of words. A bunt ball and a bunt cake.
And a bunt.
And a bunt.
You know what a bunt?
Bunt.
You know what a bunt?
What's a bunt?
Well, you think about words or just remix of letters.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, kind of like
Thank
the
you.
movie from the other day.
Thank you for informing me.
Yes,
of,
words
is it
just-
tomato or tomato?
It's just a remix of
Yeah.
letters. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, tomato. Am I right, guys?
Why is it that a beautiful woman is called a tomato?
I've never heard it called a tomato.
What?
It's a hot tomato.
Speaking of hot tomato, I'm not digressing. Why do men feel it's okay to make comments when a woman walks in someplace to each other?
Because women like it.
Really?
Oh my god.
So I walked into Dunkin' Donuts yesterday because my Dunkin' Donuts was is closing down. So I could not believe my Dunkin' Donuts.
You got cat calls?
So I go to another Dunkin' Donuts because I really wanted this iced coffee. And these two guys walk in. I walk in. These guys are sitting there, and one looks at the other and goes, "Told you so." Told you so what? Told you so what? Like what? And I almost said, and what does that mean? But then I thought they wanted me to engage in this conversation, so I did not partake in their "told you so." What does that
He
mean?
told that to the other guy?
Yeah.
Looking at you?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's
so
that mean?
it can mean a lot of things.
Why would guys do that?
Why did God create 10 of these?
Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I order, and one of the guys leave. They both leave, and then one.
But they
comes
got it.
back.
They got your attention, didn't they?
And then one comes back.
But they got your attention, didn't they?
Yes. But yet, they didn't talk to me. It wasn't like an overt, oh, hi conversation. So I just got annoyed.
You know, Dawn, it's just the oldest trick in the book, and you fell for it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Really? It looks like, yeah, really.
I can't say. Okay, I can say I used to do this, but basically, like if there's a girl around and then I have like a friend with me, I'm like, he doesn't even he sees the girl and then I like make up a story and say, yeah, the girl in the yellow dress does look good. Don't you think so? And then
If any
it's
goes,
kind of like a massive icebreaker.
Of course.
Oh yeah. I used to do
She
that,
will
yeah.
engage, If she doesn't engage, we're like, oh, okay, then never mind. And then we try it again.
Do you
and it
still
works.
notice women as attractive with their masks on, or do you just like not even
More,
pay attention?
more so.
More so because of the eyes. The
More
eyes
so.
are like,
Really?
yeah, the eyes
I
are more
must be like
piercing
under
now.
a rock.
No, you is the rock.
The eyes are more piercing now. Yeah.
Really? I got it all wrong apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this all backwards and upside down. I'm going down under.
You know, the only reason that Dawn,
I was so close to doing it. So close.
you see, and this is what the guy says. I told you so. Now it could have been that they recognize you because you're on social media and TV and
Correct.
radio and all that. Maybe the guy says, "I told you that's her."
I don't think so.
We used to be the group of 8. 8 of us used to go, and if there was a hot chick, we used to take bets as to who would get the digits. I told you this story.
Yeah.
And when it was my turn, I used to, because they all use one-liners. And that didn't work. So I said, listen, I got to bet. I'll split the money with you. All you got to do is give me your phone number, and they're going to call to see if it's real, so you can't lie. 100%. Happened every time.
You got their number.
Always.
Digit City. But you have that way about you.
No, but wait about you. I just got it. I never called the girl because she probably disconnected her phone for all I know.
See, Taylor, I've had this ever happen. You just think, like, what goes through a guy's mind?
I don't know. They're just. I don't think they think about it too much.
Sometimes we just wing it. To be honest with you, we wing it and then it just works out.
That's pretty much how our mind goes like that.
They pretty much wing it. You ever get into a situation, well, you have because you did it here, and you get infatuated by a female, and you don't know what to tell yourself. What line am I going to use? What am I going to tell her? Do you feel like, am I going to just walk up to her and say, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that's when I go overthinking, and I'm like, she probably heard that before, or how you doing, or oh, you look nice today. You probably heard that, so yeah, it does happen.
It does?
Yeah.
And you get ditches with that one-liner of yours?
Oh no, not
You
at
do
all.
that silky Barry White thing.
Slick, though.
Yeah,
Me?
I seen you operate.
Sometimes cat catch my tongue, guys.
No, I seen you operate. No, Cat never got your
I'm
tongue.
thinking what it's like when
Sometimes
these
cat
two guys go out. You guys could do like a
He's
movie
the
or
opposite.
reality show.
No, he's the opposite.
I
of
know.
her.
That's why them going out together is hilarious.
Vinny's pickup line is comedy. He's Vinny the joke
He will
man.
get him.
He
Yeah.
meets a girl and he bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, and he's doing one-liners. He's like Roger Dangerfield.
What's your best one-liner?
I don't know.
And you put him on the
they call
spot.
me Vinny is what you say.
They call me.
Call me Vinny.
I do cheesy pickup lines to make people laugh.
But it works, right?
Sometimes.
I'm gonna set you up one day.
No.
Where a woman's gonna come in and she's gonna be all over you, giving you one-line pickup lines. So I want to see where you hide, cause I can see it already. He's gonna go, "What do I do? What do I do?"
You guys going out together would be hilarious. Taylor, you should go with them.
Most definitely.
Oh my God, no!
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
observe.
she should be the cameraman.
I'll
crazy.
report back
It'd be
here.
Oh,
crazy.
that's
Let me
really
know what
funny.
happens.
You guys should go out with paparazzi.
Yeah.
We should do that actually. We
Oh,
should
no.
we should call the limo guy. We should go out for Halloween with paparazzi and just go all over town and just start taking B-roll of what we do. Pull up in a limo and go out.
Know what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call him today.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Taylor, you here Friday?
No.
Gotta pick another day then.
Thursday,
Then
though.
maybe not Halloween.
Thursday should be here. But we wanted to go out in the costumes.
I won't be here tomorrow though.
Friday.
Yo, that would you go Friday. Go for it.
Got a lot of things we gotta figure out. We gotta get them all on
Listen,
the same
I forgot to announce. Breaking news. Announce. We are actually playing. Did you turn You turn on ampitup.fm, the butt button?
Yeah, I already
It's playing?
play. Yeah.
We
definitely.
are actually playing our live podcast. You know, we've had this podcast for over 3 years, and we never turn it on.
Teddy does.
No, she doesn't. Nobody does. I
She always
checked it.
says butts. I don't know why it's called butts.
That's the name of the program.
Yeah.
Business Other Transformation Technology.
It's a geoism.
Yeah.
It's totally a geoism.
So if you go to www.ampitup.fm, you can hear music. You can hear all the shows that we do, besides the podcast that they have individual. But I'm really excited about this. I'm going to make a commercial.
Kelly, you working on some commercials for us?
Yes, I need to work on that cooking one. But Valerie didn't send me the stuff yet, so but it will be in the making soon.
Another
I'm sure.
promo piece. What I want to do actually is I want to take that video you had from when we first moved in here
I have it.
to the promo where we are now, and kind of
Okay.
do a transition of where we were a year ago to where we are now, because on Tuesday, November 2nd, is the day we actually moved in here, moving boxes and all. So I want to do like a whole transformation
I'll let you do that.
piece. Can you send it to Taylor?
Yes,
Thank you.
I'll let you do that.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, I'm hoping
Where you
we've got
going?
Alison Callan on the line.
We're going down
Down
under?
under to Australia.
You gotta do the Australia accent.
Can you? Who knows how to do the Australian? I bet Teddy
Put something
does.
on the Bobby. The Bobby.
Nope.
Isn't
Vinny?
that the Bobby?
Nope.
Burger on the
Wait
Bobby?
till you hear her accent. She's unbelievable. The nicest lady.
I don't want to do
So-
Australian. Can I do Australian accents?
Yeah, you can. Deep down in your subconscious, there is an Australian waiting to come out.
Clocky, mate. No, I can't do it.
There you go.
Good.
There you go. All right, let's take a
You and
commercial.
Crack Dundee. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, non-stop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Now I finally get why he does that.
Crickets are cricketing.
Because nobody's listening, so that's like the cricket sounds. Only one person.
Crickets to do that. Chirp?
They're mating.
No, really.
Mate? They're mating.
So when you hear that sound, you
Wow,
They're looking
chicka,
for a
wow,
mate.
wow.
It's that porn movie of cricketness.
The cricketness of the crickets mating. Oh my God, you are hilarious. But I'm excited because we have a guest joining us on the morning show, and I know you don't like guests on our morning show, but
I never said that.
in the effort to be
Hold on.
inclusive
I
of
never said
Australia,
that. That isn't true.
You know.
No, I think that you have to be insane to be this early up
Well,
on a show.
you know what it is?
And she's more insane
In
because she's late
Australia, it's 14 hours
ahead.
of us. So
11:30.
it's 11:30 right now at night for her, and to keep her waiting to our midday show means it's in the middle of the night for her. So trying to be as accommodating as we could be, we're bringing Alison Callan all the way in from Australia. So let's say hi to Alison. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doesn't she sound so great?
How are you guys? It's about the tea. Wrong country, I know. Take it easy. Allison, how are you?
I am great, thank you. How are
Oh
you?
my God.
Isn't she
That is
awesome?
hilariously awesome.
I know, and every time she leaves me a message on Messenger, she speaks it in, so I hear this. We've never spoken other than through Messenger, so this is really exciting. I've never seen you other than your pictures, so this is awesome for us.
And I've been seeing you guys on the show, so this is exactly imagining it was going to be like, and I'm so excited. So thank you for letting me gate crash your coffee time, because I really appreciate it.
She's gate crashing the
gate
coffee.
crashing her coffee.
Can you say coffee again?
Coffee.
Oh my God.
You want her to do an audio spot for
Yes.
us, right?
Chunk of what's that music? Yes, absolutely. Listen, Allison, I got to ask you the most important question of the day. Does the toilet really go counterclockwise in Australia?
Do you know, I've actually never noticed.
That's hilarious.
She's now going to go check it out.
We're going to go with you.
I'm definitely going to have to look into that. Definitely. I've heard that it is. I've heard that it is accurate. I have not looked.
So funny. So she sends me all this amazing information we're going to talk about, but let's talk about what you do.
Yes.
Yes. Gosh, what can I tell you about myself? So I'm a business clarity and success coach, so an author and a speaker, and I guess I work with ambitious entrepreneurs to help them use their unique skills and stories and turn it into something that is impactful, influential, and for them and the world. So yeah, I work with a lot of conscious entrepreneurs that I absolutely adore working with.
Now, what is your philosophy being a business coach? Are you more stop, learn, and do, or are you more aggressive in the market?
Oh, great question. It depends who I'm talking to, because for myself, probably neither. I'm a lot more conscious and intuitive and a lot more interested in my own self-development because it makes me a better coach in my business. And depending on the clients that I'm working with, depends on the approach that they need to take. And that's what I work out with them, which is the best way of creating a sustainable, impactful, conscious enterprise that serves them and the world.
What is business like right now in Australia?
Do you know, it's really interesting because, you know, watching the markets across the world, things are obviously changing quite dramatically. But I've been working with a lot of global companies who have been, I guess, making the best of the situation that they possibly can, either we haven't been in lockdown like the rest of the world has in our state here in Queensland. But some businesses have been doing incredibly well and some businesses have been struggling because they haven't known how to make a difference, how to change things around, or, you know, it's been impacting on them on a personal level, and therefore they haven't been able to take the time and the energy and the effort to make a bit of a change. So it's been really interesting to watch how different people have responded, and it's what I've noticed is it's the individuals and how they've transitioned during this time that has either impacted the business as much as anything else. Obviously, I've had clients who are travel agents here that have been dramatically impacted, and my heart has gone out to all of those, because to pivot in this time through a purposeful enterprise like that has been, catastrophic globally, right? I mean, the fact that we can't actually get to one another or our families across the globe has been really, really, really interesting to kind of go through.
Are you in a major city or suburb or?
Yeah, so I'm in Brisbane, in Australia, in Queensland. And it's really, for me, I'm not sure, I'd say it is a major city, but in terms of Australia, it probably isn't. It's not like Sydney or Melbourne, but it's a phenomenal city, and it's so up and coming, and it's really, really, really vibrant. It's the first time I've lived in a city. So we're literally living in a high rise in the city centre, and we've got a massive storm going on at the moment. So I'm originally from the UK though.
She's from the UK?
And yes.
My goodness, she's UK and Australia.
Three we got going today because we're launching our first segment of the Brooklyn Cafe Goes Transatlantic today. So having you this morning, and then we've got Tony McKenzie this afternoon, and then we've got Sue Francis coming in this afternoon.
I want to bring her aboard. Oh my God.
Which is really
exciting. We got to work out the timing stuff here, but wow. I mean, think about, you talk about, I mean, the medium has been to be, it was supposed to be California and us. We got that done. Then California, us, and the UK. We got that done. She's bringing in Spain. We got that done. But nobody does Australia.
I know. I was thinking this morning about how to do that on the days we do. We might just have to come in about 8 o'clock instead of 9, you and I, and get this out and recorded for her.
I kind of like the idea. And the reason I asked you if you were in a big town or a small town is because your perspective living in a Sydney is going to be different than living where you currently are.
Living in the Sydney?
in Sydney. You know, the
Oh,
city.
the
Sydney of Sydney.
City
Yeah.
of Sydney.
Sydney is a city. Isn't Sydney a city?
It is, yeah.
He combined the two, which is really kind of funny.
Well, you gotta understand, I'm Puerto Rican, Allison, so I don't speak too much English. But, you know,
I'd love to tease you. It's still 9:30 in the morning.
you're the one that stole my shoes. It's another inside joke. But anyway, your perspective is different because you got a fresher look, being that you're not surrounded by a major city. Like I grew up in New York City, and I can see all the pain. And right now, pain is the one that's judging business. Is my point that I'm trying to get across here. You have fresh eyes, so when you talk to people, it's a different perspective, no?
Yeah, it has been. I think I talk to a lot of global businesses as well, so a lot of people that are doing a lot of online work, and it's really interesting how many people are moving into the online space having experienced this year. Yet for those of us that have been doing this for quite some time, the transition hasn't been that challenging. But obviously we're seeing a lot of new businesses coming in, a lot of new energy, a lot of change, a lot of diversification as a result of what we've all experienced this year. And yeah, it's definitely been different across the globe.
That is really, you hear what she said? For us that have been doing this for a long time, you know, Dawn did not let us shut down. We've been open since March 17th, 2 days before my birthday.
Yeah.
And we took a breather because we had to figure out how to work, but we never stopped the show. And we have people on the outside coming in.
You can't stop the show. We pivot. It's interesting to hear that you use the same vernacular we do, pivot.
Yeah.
You know, everyone was pivoting here, and now I say we're done pivoting. It's time to go, and we can't keep pivoting. We pivoted in March, even through June, but it's interesting how. And I'm thinking your politics are out of this because we're in America, and everyone's blaming what's going on as political. It's not political in Australia because you're not part of the United States in our political stuff. But is this why you think you guys haven't shut down? Or are you just able to contain it better?
Do you know, I honestly, I don't know. I think we were fortunate in the sense that when it came to the first cases of coronavirus in Australia or in our state, Queensland, we'd been watching what had been happening in the globe for a while. You know, my family is still in the UK. I had clients who were in Europe. So, you know, a few weeks before everything kind of shut down here, I'd seen what had happened previously. So we made a conscious choice to respect and appreciate and understand what was happening globally, to make our choices as a family here to actually stay a lot closer to home and limit our movements before the state officially said we were to go into isolation for a period of time. And I think that was a wonderful thing because the world was brought together a lot more during that time when a lot of people were going through isolation and we all had a common understanding of what we were experiencing. I don't know if that's the case for you guys. Because what was it like in New York for you?
Us as Americans, we're not always so kind to each other as a common understanding. They've gotten so political here that now that everyone's taking sides, which is not coming together. But I want to ask you, as an intuitive business coach, are you intuitive in the spirituality sense of intuitive, or is it mostly business of what you see and how you envision their business? Yeah, the gut feeling.
Probably. What I noticed when I first started out in business was how I was really enjoying working with so many different, like a diverse business range. And I kept thinking to myself, what is it about these clients that brings them together? You know, I had engineers, I had photographers, I had naturopaths, and I was thinking they're all so different in their personalities, but there's got to be a common thread and an understanding. And the thing that I noticed about them was that they always talked about their emotions in a certain way. They were very head, heart, and gut orientated, and they actually used that language. You know, my gut's telling me this, my head tells me that, my heart's. And I thought, that's exactly what I understand intuitives to be, and yet they don't necessarily identify with the label of intuitive, but that's how I see things. I go very much with my instincts, what I see, what I feel, what I understand, and and that know what's going on with that individual, and just learning a lot more about themselves and the world around them. So yeah, it's a combination, but in terms of the clients, that is definitely the theme, that is definitely the thread. And I'm sure you guys have met people that talk about, my gut says this, or the logic is overruled by those kind of emotions and that communication.
Well, let me ask you about that. If you go with your gut, you go with your intuition on business, but yet it may not be the best business decision, how do you align that?
Great question. How do you align that? I think oftentimes there's usually a lesson to be learnt in there. If it seems like a really good idea and you can't get yourself on board with it for whatever reason, head, heart, gut reason, you're not going to enjoy the journey, you're not going to enjoy the process. There's a moment in there though where I can ask the questions. Is it the fear of failure, for example? Is it the fear of success? Is it the fear of the unknown? Or is this just a natural habit that you've created that says you shouldn't take that step? You don't actually know what could be possible outside of this. And there's a moment between, that fear of not knowing and that excitement of possibility and growth that the individual has to just understand, for themselves and interpret that for themselves. And when they can notice the difference, that then changes the interpretation of what the head, heart, and the gut is saying about whether or not they should do something. And that's the moment I love to capture.
If you are coaching a millennial, okay, because we are surrounded by millennials in here, and they're starting out in the media business, and then you're coaching somebody in his 50s or 60s in the same media business, are the approaches the same or different?
Approaches are different for everyone. Yeah.
They have to be different because everyone's
Well,
different.
Hold on. It has to be, but is it? Do we do that? Do we actually? Because I've seen people come at me, yesterday was a good example, that they come at me with the same logic all across the board, and it doesn't work that way anymore. It's like the old question now, do you take and lower your prices and work in volume as opposed to working in numbers of income?
Personally?
Yes.
I think it depends on every individual, and I take everyone on their own merits, what they want to achieve and what that overall vision looks like.
But what if they're lost, Allison? What if the first thing you sit down and say, wow, this guy is in the deep end of the pool here without a paddle, do you tell him?
Yeah. Oh, it's not for me to tell.
Well, she's a nice one.
Yeah. So you can have opinions and you can have
like
understanding, but it's for that person to get a hold of it, right?
Well, you know what it is? I guess I've been doing this too long because I tell people straight up, it ain't gonna work.
But you don't really.
I do.
In your mind.
I do, but
here's
they come out at the end and they come out with it.
In his mind, Allison, he tells people this isn't going to work. But in the words that come out of his mouth or his text, it's not the same thing that he's thinking in his mind. So there's this disconnect of what people hear him say versus what he thinks he's saying.
Allison, if I ask somebody to do a show and I ask them to give me of them, what are the words? Now they gave me a translator. I speak 27 languages on my phone. So maybe it's my language because it's all about what you bring, no? Every CEO you talk about, every leader of a major Fortune 500 company, that one person, that's their philosophies. They may have people around them, but it's going to be ultimately, this is the way we're going to go. So you have to sort of know which way you want to go.
But how cool is it to have a coach in Australia from the UK? Like my business coach is in Australia. I think that's so sexy, right? We got to deal with the time difference, but it's really amazing. What kind of businesses do you work with?
Gosh, lots of different types of businesses. I think I mentioned lots of naturopaths, homeopaths, engineers, photographers. I have worked with delivery companies. I have worked with fitness trainers who are building establishments and working online. I have worked with social media managers. I have worked with intuitives in their own right, other business coaches, which is phenomenal, very exciting. I have worked with people who are establishing podcasts. I have worked with individuals who are going and doing Facebook advertising and Instagram advertising. There's just so many different types of industries these days. And I've got a lady up a membership at the moment to help other business owners create freedom and flexibility and an understanding of the online business world. So yeah, there's such a diverse range of businesses that I've worked with.
You have a membership? Is that what you had said?
Oh, I'm working with a lady who's created a membership, but yes, I do have a membership as well.
That's interesting. So they pay you every month as like a member
Yes.
of your coaching?
Yes.
Yes, we don't really have that here.
First of all, Allison.
They dabble with it a little bit.
Allison,
here.
I'm going to tell you something. The problem is you speak elegantly. 5 years ago, I wanted to make the Gangs of New York. Before the movie even came out. The Gangs of New York.
Right.
Because I grew up in that environment. And that was a brotherhood. When you would join the gang, unfortunately, and people won't agree with me, but that's the way it was looked at. So I wanted to do that because I wanted to do exactly that. So she says it was never mentioned. It was mentioned. We just didn't do it.
We didn't because the gang had this connotation, but we could call it a membership.
Oh, is that what it is?
I guess so.
See, I
It
used the
sounds-
wrong word, Allison.
It sounds very eloquent, right?
I wanted to have jackets that were denim with colors spray painted on the back. I mean, I grew up with that. You remember I told you then. She says, no, we're not doing that.
I think that was Teddy. They were like, no
Membership?
vest.
You rather join a membership than that? Than we're a gang?
You like the word membership.
The word membership will go well than gang. To be honest with you.
You agree with him?
The English language is changing.
Yeah.
It's changing. Thank you, Alice.
Yes.
See, she's the
Yeah, but
voice
she's
of
got
reason.
proper English. She's Queen's English, and now she's in Australia. How old were you when you moved?
We moved here 2 years ago
Oh, so you've just
Yeah.
newly moved to Australia
from New Zealand.
from New Zealand.
Which
Yeah.
is not in, that's not in the UK.
You know, the big move in the
had
United
to
States is
stop
we
for
drive
8
from
years.
Florida. It takes us 12 hours to get out of the state. Maybe we end up in North Carolina if you take a plane to New York. She goes from England to New Zealand to Australia.
Yeah, in Florida, we go from one end of the block to
swampland
the
to
other.
another swamp.
We look for a new alligator.
Look for a new alligator.
We look for a new alligator. So let me get this right. You went from the UK to New Zealand down to Australia.
Up to Australia, yeah.
Up.
New Zealand's below Australia?
I don't know.
We're not very familiar with that end
You
of
need,
the
you
world.
need to get some Kiwis on the show. I can hook you up with some amazing guests.
Oh, well, are we going to do that? Because we're going to bring you into the transatlantic piece. We just got to... Now, our clock goes back an hour.
Yeah, do you change your clocks at all?
So our state doesn't, but New Zealand definitely do. They're like 3 hours ahead of us at the moment, so they could do the lunchtime one.
Oh.
They wouldn't have...
So it'd be like, so they could do lunch, so they would be 3 hours ahead.
What time is it in New Zealand right now? I know that it's 12 o'clock almost there.
So it's 12 o'clock here, so it's nearly 3 a.m. in New Zealand.
3 o'clock in the morning?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So by the time we do our midday show, they're up for the morning.
You know, in New York, that was called an after hours. We hung out after hours. Holy smokes.
And you've got 2 little kids, right?
Yeah, they're fast asleep. I'm hoping they don't get woken up by the storm and come running out. But, you know, that could be entertaining at the same time.
Them coming out? We should wake them up. Here, I got a bell.
Such a good grandfather is all I can tell you.
Hey, listen, when you're a grandfather, everything goes.
Allison, this is so exciting. I love being able to talk to business coaches and businesses worldwide. It really opens, what you realize is people are the same everywhere. And maybe the change of words from membership to gang or what we're looking at is a little bit different. But people are people everywhere. If we can be inclusive and grow businesses, and we can do this now because you can work with anyone with this platform. And a lot of businesses are now able to do that.
People are people everywhere.
Because you know what? Everyone is so, at least in the United States,
Are you hearing that?
we discriminate based on color and gender and sexual connotation. And instead of bringing people together, we discriminate too much. So maybe if we can open our platform and say, you know what, we're all the same, we're all people. It doesn't matter where we live, what color we are, what religion, who our political figure is. We are all in the same.
Take it easy. Calm down. You're going to bust an artery. Boom. Let me ask you a question. As a society, don't we like to win? Think about this for 1 sec. Entertain the Puerto Rican. Everybody likes to win. Look at the Dodgers won. They turned L.A. upside down. It was a guy crying, oh, I can't believe they won. He's crying. They put it all over the news. People love to win.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't matter what color you are when you win. You ever notice that? It doesn't matter. I mean, there are guys hugging each other out there. Bettis, a $350 million man for the Dodgers, hugging, and it didn't matter what color he was. People like to win. When you lose, people complain about everything.
I feel like you get the biggest win when you lose.
You get the biggest win when you lose?
Because you learn from the mistakes
But you don't learn. You just keep making more and more mistakes.
I mean,
so my philosophy is that everybody's the same.
Just crush me.
As long as you win, but we're competitive people.
Okay.
I did crush you.
He really
I
did.
crushed
It just
you.
stopped my just.
That would be slick, Allison. AKA Gene.
But how much fun would it be to interview people from New Zealand and Australia and grow our transatlantic presence?
I think it'll be a great point because you're getting a different perspective.
I want to ask you, Alice, you work with people that are growing their podcast. What do you help them do?
Understand themselves so that they can share their message, get over their fear of being visible or not being visible, and speaking their truth. People owning their opinions.
That's you.
You know, it's quite hard to, be the only Puerto Rican in the room who wants to ask the difficult questions.
Own your opinions. She
Own your
understands
opinions.
you.
So even if you lose,
Allison,
you can still win.
Understand him.
Accountability. You and me, we right here. It don't matter if we're 60,000 miles away.
That's
people
amazing.
are people
Own your
everywhere.
opinion.
Correct.
So it's okay to express your opinion on your podcast.
I believe expressing, like from a personal perspective, when you express your opinion, you are speaking your truth, and your truth is there to inspire other people. If your truth is there to hurt people in any way, shape, or form, then it's not really your truth. You're just sharing things for an agenda of some description. I think if you are there to help teach, to guide, to grow others, to inspire others by sharing your story, your challenges, your difficulties, then other people are going to feel more empowered, connected, supported. So yes, it's all about the intention that you have behind it.
So you don't want to point out faults even though accountability is present. Like if some of my guys in here, they pick their ear on the air. You don't want to highlight that fault even though they should be accountable because they got to wash that finger. Something like that.
Without ears, we wouldn't be able to keep our masks on.
Well, I could say something else, but we're going to keep it here.
Yeah. Maybe you could get curious as to why he's doing that.
Honey, I don't want to be that curious.
So you bring his attention to it as opposed to creating it to be a fault.
I got to bring in an intuitive coach to give me the words because I would say, get your finger out of your ear.
She's awesome.
She has a way, you have a very smooth way of language. You present things smooth.
Thank you.
She takes all the wrinkles out of it. That's maybe my problem. Maybe that's why I'm not successful. Maybe that's what it is. I'm too...
What?
Who says you're not successful?
Well, a lot of people.
I was going to say.
That's what
A lot of people. I don't listen to the noise, but that's what they say. Maybe I'm too brutally honest.
Maybe.
Snake, am I too brutally honest?
Yeah, you just crushed my spirit
You
just
see?
like
I crushed
6
another
minutes
soul.
ago.
Another notch on my belt. I'm going to need a new belt.
Allison, how do people find you and work with you as a business coach?
Oh, they can find me on my website, so AlisonCallan.com, and there's plenty of links there for free resources, social media, all kinds of things. So I'd love people to check me out on there. That would be so great.
Wow, thank you so much for staying up late for joining us. This is really exciting. It's the first interview we've done from Australia, and you've got, a transatlantic day at the Café.
I like it.
Exciting.
Making that platform grow bigger and bigger. I love it.
We look forward to working with you some more, Allison. Thank you again. It's been a pleasure.
We're going to take a plane ride
Thank
and
you
go
so
meet
much for having me.
We want to do a show down there. How long does it take to fly there?
I don't know.
24,
A
48
long
hours,
time.
6 months?
A long time.
Come
6
visit.
months? How long does it take?
A long time.
Have you ever been to the States?
Yeah, absolutely. I was in New York last year.
Oh.
How long did it take you to fly to New York?
I want to say 21 hours.
Oh, that's nothing. I've done that. And when I used to go to Switzerland, it was 21 hours.
Amazing. Have a great night. Have a great day. Have a great night. Thank you so much again. We'll stay in touch.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you,
care,
Allison.
everyone.
Very nice.
Bye.
Very cool. Down under.
She's lovely.
Down under.
Her hair and her whole backdrop. She's got the whole visual set up. Wait, I love that.
She has that tranquility oozing out of her.
You know, we always talk about when people are doing this virtual platform, what is behind you is so important on the visual side of it. And it just looks spectacular where she is, right? It's so fitting to who she is. You can totally see her personality with the tapestry behind her and her long, beautiful hair. And
now, I just
want
want
probably don't pay attention to.
I pay attention to everything. Listen, I'm going to correct you again. It isn't that I don't like people on the morning show. I do. But like Allison shows, you got to be able to pull it off. You know, and there it is, midnight, and she looked like she's ready to go to party.
Right.
And she's tranquil.
She's amazing. We've been working on this for a couple months. She got sick, and I got sick, and the kids hurt. She's got little kids, and then they went on holiday. Now on vacation, well, on holiday, and I got to follow every place they were visiting. Really nice.
What the hell's the difference?
It's just about membership and gang. It's just about their word
I mean, holiday
choice.
and vacation.
They call it a holiday. We call it a vacation.
Slicker's been on a holiday, but not a vacation in a long time.
I got to tell you, I haven't been on a vacation in a long time
You
either.
need some downtime. Yeah, you just need some downtime.
You need downtime?
Yeah.
You need more downtime? Any more down, you're going to be down under.
I need down.
Slicker's awesome.
He's always down.
How'd you end up on board? Chenzo left?
Oh yeah, Chenzo left. Chenzo is setting up for no
for
pun
no pun
and
intended.
His guest is here.
We don't even know
Oh,
what it
he's
is.
got a guest.
Yes.
Awesome. A guest in studio?
Yes, cosplay. I think cosplay.
And how do you find Chenzo's show?
Chenzo's show. You can find it on 2020 Vision, and it should be on Anchor. No pun intended.
It should be. You
Should
got to find
be.
out if he's doing it. But it's on 2020 Vision.
It is on 2020
You know, it's really
Vision.
funny
It's at
because I
10
thought you
o'clock.
guys are putting it on the Amp Media platform.
They go in 2020.
They're going 2020. That's different. With Chenzo, I never know what he's doing. He's like all over the place.
So tune in, no pun intended, at 10 o'clock for
Yes.
more information on business coaching with intuitive business coach Allison Callan. You can check out the show or go to AllisonCallan.com, Allison with one L. What a fun morning. We got Taylor in the house. She's going to work on a new
Yes.
promo spot because it is almost 1 year that we have been in our new
When
studio.
is that?
Tuesday,
Election day.
November 2nd.
It's the day I become president.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
I'm writing my
November
name.
4th,
Did I tell you
everything
I'm
will
writing
be
my
fine.
name in?
You should
Really?
write your name in.
You know, if you get 5 votes, they have to declare you on the public record.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know
They
that?
do.
Really?
5 votes,
Can I
yeah.
vote
They
for
do.
you?
They really
should.
do.
Ready for
You
president?
can't. You already voted.
Not yet. It's still in my purse.
You can erase it.
It's still in my computer bag. I can actually go in and vote in person and not use my mail-in.
You know, you can take the mail-in to a voting site, and you don't have to wait online, and they take it.
Yep.
Did you know that?
Yes. That's what I.
That's what
I
you
didn't
tend to
know
do?
that. I didn't know that. I waited in line and they told me I could
How
skip
long
the
did you
line. I waited like for like 7 minutes, and then people were like, "Just go inside."
7 minutes?
Yeah, I was dropping off my ballot, and I'm like,
So
Am
what you
I
did? You
supposed-
gave them the ballot?
"Yeah, I had to skip the line." Skip the
Really?
line
So
to
you
go get it.
voted? Where's
Yeah.
your little sticker?
Oh, I mean,
They actually
I
sent mine
voted,
in the
but
mail.
yeah.
Did you get it in the mail? I voted by mail, it says.
No,
That's what my sticker said.
I don't have.
there's a
that. I
lady
threw
that was
away.
passing them
I
out.
threw it away. I didn't keep it, but yes.
I got from a company their product name, and it says I voted.
Ever notice everything you do is a little bit different than anybody else?
It's true. I'll bring it to you. I'll show it to you. Don't laugh when I bring it. I'll bring it tomorrow.
I just don't understand how we can do the same thing, but
Where-
yet yours is always different.
Where is the caldron?
Cauldron? It's coming.
No, it's not.
It is
5
coming.
years,
Gotta
it's never
remind
made.
coming.
me. I can leave and go get it now.
Yeah,
It's not coming.
it's coming.
It's not. I'm
It's
telling you.
coming.
For 5 years, I've asked.
It's
You
going
know what
to
she
come.
said last year? Can't you remind me?
And I just said it
Why do you
again.
sound like
I gotta
the
go.
Sounds
Wicked
like
Witch of the West?
Yes, thank you.
I gotta go get it.
You gotta go
I
get
gotta
it.
go
You know
get
what
it.
they
She'll get it.
say?
She'll
Gotta
get
go.
it.
If you don't get it, you gotta
You gotta
go
go get
it or get you.
God.
Get
Or
God.
Go
Yeah.
get God.
Yep.
Go or get God.
Yep.
Have a great morning, everyone. Tune in. We got a great morning lined up for you. We've got No Pun Intended. We've got Fuego 2.0 with Dawn Vasquez. We also have a great lineup. Vegan desserts. We got Chatterbox in the house. And then we go transatlantic. We're going to the UK today. So pretty exciting stuff.
Yes.
Wow. Imagine having transatlantic, UK, California, down under, and us.
Amazing, right?
That is a
Nice.
super duper station.
I love it. All right, have a great morning,
job.
everyone. We'll see you in a little bit.
Tune in to WW. Oh, I guess not.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.